evening. It's 6 o'clock. It's Saturday, the 19th of April, and welcome to our 6 o'clock news programme. And in the news this week, families in Dorset have been... Oh, let's get the right picture. Oh, that's the right picture. Families in Dorset have been finding out which schools their young children will join in September, with the majority getting their first choice. From Wednesday last week, parents and carers have been able to check their application to see whether they have been successful. Almost 95% of applicants have been offered their first choice of primary school, and over 98% have been offered their middle school of choice. From midnight on Wednesday, parents and carers have been able to log on to their online account and see the outcome of their application. In addition, where an email address was supplied as part of the application, families will have received an email with outcomes and their formal letter. To find out more about school allocations in Dorset, you can go to the Dorset Council website at dorsetcouncil.gov.uk/school-allocations. Whilst preparing for a September school start, families who receive benefits are also being encouraged to consider what other support they may be entitled to. All children in reception Year 1 and Year 2 automatically get free school meals, but it's still worth checking if you're eligible for benefit-related free school meals. Every child or eligible children gain further support such as free holiday activities, and schools will receive extra funding to support your children's education. To find out more and check if you qualify, just go to apply for free school meals at Dorset Council. So free school meals or apply for free school meals at Dorset Council. Either go to their website and search for that, or search in Google and put in your details and it will give you an answer. Now, Dorset County Hospital has received a £100,000 grant. The grant will be used to install a specialised changing places toilet facility for disabled individuals and their carers. These toilets cater for individuals with disabilities and complex needs who require additional amenities not available in a standard accessible toilet. The project, funded by NHS England, will include a raised height toilet, a height-adjustable sink, an adult-sized changing bench, a hoist, a shower, a colostomy bag shelf, and space for carers. Installation of the facility will start this week, and it will be operational from May. During installation, the pick-up and drop-off bay areas outside North Wing entrance 2 and the portage room unit will be temporarily closed. The 35th Great Dorset Beach Clean has concluded, and it was a remarkable success, so organisers are saying, showcasing the power of community spirit and dedication to protect our beautiful coastline. Over the course of 1 week, 297 enthusiastic volunteers came together to clean 15 beaches, removing a staggering 327 kilograms of rubbish. This event was a testament to the collective effort of the community, with participants from all walks of life coming together to make a significant environmental impact. The event was organised by Litter Free Dorset and saw the involvement of 13 diverse groups, ranging from community groups and local businesses to charities and other organisations. Participants included the Lyme Litter Pickers, Dorset Police Cadets, Yoga with Leah Mills, Charmouth Heritage Coast Centre Easy Riders, Water Babes UK, Swanage Beach Buddies, Clean Jurassic Coast, Cedar Yoga, Dorset Goes Wild, Lulworth Rangers and the National Trust. Their combined efforts were instrumental in the success of the event. Volunteers collected 130 bags of rubbish, including some unusual items such as school workbooks, a beach roll mat, car tyres and lots of socks. Alongside these interesting finds, common items including cigarette butts, plastic wrappers, glass bottles, cans and fishing gear were also removed, significantly improving the cleanliness of the beaches. The Great Dorset Beach Clean is more than just an environmental effort, it is also a celebration of community spirit. Volunteers enjoy giving back, meeting like-minded individuals and working together towards a common goal. The success of the Great Dorset Beach Clean is a testament to the power of community action. One family who attended the Durdle Door Beach Clean said how they had been coming to various Great Dorset Beach Clean events for years, and they look forward to continuing the tradition and making an even greater impact in years to come. Now, if you want more information on the Great Dorset Beach Clean, you can email emma.jackson@dorsetcouncil.gov.uk. A man from Dorset who imported several kilos of cocaine into the UK from Jamaica concealed within bottles of liquids has been jailed. Robert Smith, aged 46 of Bournemouth, was sentenced on Friday the 11th of April at Bournemouth Crown Court following an investigation by the South Western Regional Organised Crime Unit. Smith came to the attention of law enforcement in March 2024 following the interception of a parcel by UK Border Force at Stansted Airport. The package, which had been sent from Jamaica, contained 8 plastic bottles labelled as juice and syrups and an assortment of food items, and was destined for an address in Studland Road in Bournemouth. When tested, the 8 bottles of liquid, 4 1-litre bottles and 4 750ml bottles confirmed the presence of cocaine. Through a process where it's separated from the liquid, it was established that 5.5 kilos of cocaine could be retrieved from this shipment. Smith was able to collect the package from the Studland Road address without arousing suspicion, as he legitimately worked as a delivery driver for a national company and was driving a liveried van and wearing the company uniform. Officers from the South Western Regional Crime Squad Regional Disruption Team, supported by Dorset Police, arrested Smith once he had collected the package. Further investigation showed he had arranged the importation and collection of a further 2 packages between January and March in 2024, which would have contained up to 20 kilos of cocaine once extracted from the liquid. Smith also admitted that he was due to receive further packages in the coming months. He pleaded guilty to being concerned in the supply of cocaine and the importation of a Class A drug, and was sentenced to 4 years and 8 months behind bars. Now, Wedding Fair is taking place on Sunday the 27th of April, that's next Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Dorset Museum. The free event will be a celebration of all things wedding related, featuring a diverse array of stallholders, interactive displays and performances that promise to inspire couples planning their big day. The Wedding Fair will showcase a selective lineup of local vendors offering everything from exquisite floral arrangements, stunning bridal attire to entertainment, catering and photography services. Whether you're newly engaged or further down your wedding planning journey, the Wedding Fair at Dorset Museum and Art Gallery is the perfect place to gather ideas and make connections with different suppliers. Taking bookings for weddings and special events from 2027, Dorset Museum and Art Gallery is also a truly unique landmark venue in the heart of Dorset's county town. The Victorian Gallery could not be more striking, with its high ceilings adorned with intricate designs, romantic balconies, genuine Roman mosaic floors and stained glass rose window. So, a comment from the Claire Dixon, who's the Executive Director of Dorset Museum and Art Gallery, said, "We are so excited to be inviting couples to our wedding fair again this year. This event will not only connect couples with quality local vendors, but also allows them to experience firsthand the creative possibilities of their special day." Entry to the wedding fair is free and no booking is required, but for more information about hiring the Dorset Museum and Art Gallery, you can pop along to their website. Motorists across Dorset are expecting a busy weekend if they're on the road this weekend, with journeys taking longer than they normally would. Yesterday was busy with hold-ups on the A31 and A35 and around Dorchester on the Puddletown bypass and Monkey's Jump roundabout. It was also busy around Bridport. In some places, speed was down to 15 miles per hour for several hours during the day. I myself was travelling across to Bournemouth yesterday, and despite avoiding the main roads and taking all the back routes, it still took me a lot longer than it normally would. More delays are expected throughout the holiday weekend, and there's also disruption on train services, with bus replacement services in place on the Weymouth to Waterloo line between Bournemouth and Southampton. A man has been charged with intentional strangulation after an alleged attack left a teenage boy with serious injuries at an army camp in Weymouth. Excuse me. The 19-year-old had been charged with 3 counts of assault by beating, 2 counts of assault by beating of an emergency worker, and intentional strangulation. It comes after the teenage boy was allegedly attacked at the Chickerell training camp in Chickerell Road and sustained serious injuries to his face on Saturday the 12th of April. The suspect then allegedly attacked a further 4 people, with one of the victims allegedly being strangled. The teenage boy had to be rushed to hospital for treatment for his injuries that are believed to be non-life-threatening. It's understood that those involved in the incident are all known to each other. The suspect also allegedly attacked several emergency workers and was subsequently arrested by police officers. A police cordon was put in place while an investigation was carried out. A spokesman for Dorset Police said Dorset Police received a report at 12:36 on Saturday the 12th of April that a teenage boy had sustained facial injuries following an assault at the Chickerell training camp in Chickerell Road in Weymouth. It was further reported that 4 other people were also assaulted. It's believed that the individuals involved are known to one another. Officers attended with the ambulance service and the teenage boy was taken to hospital for treatment to his injuries, which are not believed to be life-threatening or life-changing. Following inquiries, a 19-year-old man from Weymouth was arrested and subsequently charged with assault of an emergency worker and intentional strangulation. He's been remanded in prison and is next due to appear at Bournemouth Crown Court on the 15th of May. Work on Weymouth Esplanade to replace seafront advertising drums with modern digital screens has been completed. 12 digital advertising boards have been installed along Weymouth Esplanade. Weymouth Town Council has been working with Alight Media to replace all 12 of the existing advertising drums along the seafront from the pavilion end of the beach to the entrance of Lodmore Country Park. It is hoped that the boards can make visitors and residents aware of attractions, businesses and events, whilst also generating income for Weymouth Town Council. Weymouth Mayor, Councillor John Arell, said, "We are excited that the new information screens are now being installed in time for the summer season. The screens will let visitors and residents know about local attractions, businesses and events, whilst also generating income that the Town Council can put back into local services. The council will also receive 10% of the screen time to promote non-commercial services such as community groups and events. The initial contract will run for 5 years with the ability to extend the contract based on performance." Live Well Dorset is supporting residents' health by delivering targeted NHS health checks in locations in Weymouth through a new mobile service. This is available for anyone who is eligible, so if you are aged between 40 and 74, you may be entitled to this free service. The health checks are taking place at the following locations in Weymouth. Wednesday, April the 23rd, the Mulberry Children's Centre from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Thursday the 24th of April, Western Methodist Church in Weymouth from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Friday, April the 25th, Chickerell Sports Pavilion, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Excuse me. Those who have been invited for a health check by their GP should accept the invitation and book it at their surgery. People who haven't been invited and feel they are eligible can go to Live Well Dorset site to find out more. A spokesperson for Live Well Dorset said Live Well Dorset is supporting this important work by delivering targeted NHS health checks. A new mobile service offering these checks direct to local communities and workplaces, targeting people who are most at risk of developing health conditions. The NHS health check is free and it's a checkup of your cardiovascular health. Even though you might be feeling great, if you're over 40, you may be at risk from heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, diabetes, or dementia. The NHS Health Check can help you reduce these risks and make sure that you stay healthy. You will find out if you are at high risk of developing certain health problems. You will be given lifestyle advice based on your results to help lower your risk of conditions. You might be eligible for a check if you live in Dorset and are registered with a GP. You're not being targeted for existing diagnosed cardiovascular condition. You're aged between 40 and 74. You haven't had an NHS health check in the last 5 years. You're not on any blood thinning medication except for deep vein thrombosis. You're not taking anticoagulants including warfarin, apaxaban, rivaroxaban, dabigatran, goodness, those are some big words there, aren't they? Except for deep vein thrombosis. The checks take no more than 30 minutes, where you'll be asked some simple questions about the health of your family, parents, brothers, sisters, etc., and the lifestyle choices you make that may put your health at risk. You have your height and weight measured along with your blood pressure, plus a free cholesterol and diabetes check, and you will receive your results straight away. This will help assess your risk of cardiovascular disease in the next 10 years. After your check, you will be given personalised advice about how to reduce your risk, and you may need further tests from your GP. So more information there on the Live Well Dorset website. Now, an investigation is to take place into a serious heath fire at Studland. A total of 25 firefighters battled the fire in Ferry Road on Thursday, April the 17th. A plume of smoke could be seen for miles around, with sandbanks very suspended for around 4 hours, and Ferry Road was also closed off during the incident. Fire crews from Swanage, Poole, Wimborne and Hamworthy attended along with the water carrier from Ringwood, 3 off-road vehicles from Swanage, Hamworthy and Poole, and a pump from Christchurch. Relief crews from Shaftesbury, Westbourne, Ferndown and Hamworthy also attended. Dorset and Wilts Fire and Rescue were called to the scene at 2:35 p.m. A spokesman for the fire service said a crew from Swanage currently on scene damping down remaining hotspots, and an investigation into the cause will take place when it's safe to do so. And finally, in the headlines tonight, the paddle steamer Waverley, the world's last seagoing paddle steamer, will return to the south coast this September with a range of cruises for passengers. From Monday, September the 1st to Tuesday, September the 23rd, the historic steamship will visit several ports and piers, including Weymouth, Poole and Swanage, offering people a chance to enjoy a day out on a unique vessel. Waverley's trips to the south coast and Isle of Wight have become a regular tradition since 1978. Captain Dominic McCall, Waverley's master, said it's always a pleasure to bring Waverley back to the south coast and Isle of Wight, as she receives such a warm welcome year after year. This year's timetable includes more variety than ever, from round the island cruises and sunset sailings to steam train connections on the Isle of Wight Steam Railway and the Swanage Railway. One highlight I'm looking forward to is our special sailing to mark the 70th anniversary of steamship Shield Hall on Saturday, September the 13th, as it will be a truly unique moment seeing 2 historic Clyde-built steamships meeting once again. There's no better way to take in the stunning scenery of the Dorset, Hampshire and Isle of Wight coastlines than from the decks of Waverley, and I look forward to welcoming passengers aboard. Now, the timetable will include the popular Steam Round the Isle of Wight cruise on the 3rd, 4th, 6th, 10th, 13th, 14th and 20th of September. And these trips allow passengers to see the island's well-known coastal sites such as Allen Bay, the Needles Rocks and Lighthouse, St Catherine's Lighthouse and the seaside towns of Shanklin, Sandown and Cowes. Passengers have the chance to combine a trip on Waverley with a ride on the Heritage Steam Railway. On certain dates, the sail links up with the Isle of Wight Steam Railway, including the Cider and Cheese Festival on Saturday, September the 6th. There are also chances to connect with the Swanage Railway by leaving the ship at Swanage Pier and walking to the station. Once on board, passengers can enjoy the sights and sounds of a real steamship, explore the engine room and watch the paddles turn. Full catering is available, including snacks, meals and drinks, as well as a souvenir shop. Waverley's currently in dry dock for her yearly survey, repairs and repainting, and over £1 million has been spent on her during the winter this year to keep her running. Tickets for the excursions and more information on the excursions on the south coast and others are available on the Waverley's website at waverleyexcursions.co.uk. That's waverleyexcursions.co.uk. And that's the end of the headlines tonight. It's now time in tonight's programme to go over to Andrew Wright for this week's film review and preview.
Welcome to White Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend, the period supernatural horror film Sinners is released in cinemas. The film is the latest film from Black Panther director Ryan Coogler and stars Michael B. Jordan in a dual role as twin brothers who return to their hometown but are faced with a greater evil in 1930s Southern United States. Off the top of my head, from what I remember, I think it's a vampire movie. It's a movie about hunting vampires. So I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. The film also stars Haley Steinfeld, Jack O'Connell, and Wunmi Musaku. The film so far has 99% positive reviews from critics, who praise the film's visual storytelling, the music, and the scope of Ryan Coogler's imagination in this original blockbuster. So it's not based on anything like his previous films were, like Creed and Black Panther. So it's all his own material, and the critics seem to like what he has to say with this film. Sinners is in cinemas now. Also released in cinemas this weekend is the British-American war film Warfare from director Alex Garland, who made Civil War, which I really liked. He also made like Annihilation and Ex Machina, I think. But Warfare stars DeFaro Woon-Atai, Will Poulter and Joseph Quinn as part of an ensemble cast. She also includes Cosmo Jarvis, Charles Melton, and others. The film is based on a real-life encounter a platoon of Navy SEALs experienced in Iraq in 2006. So the film is co-written and co-directed by one of the Navy SEALs who the film is based on. And to maintain historical accuracy, the film's material is exclusively taken from the testimonies of the SEALs involved and is presented in real time, beginning from the main title. So it's like a 90, I think it's a 90-minute movie. So the whole story is told in that 90 minute. It's hard. It's like 24, or where an episode of 24, or is an hour long, and the story of that episode takes place within that hour. It's kind of like that. The film has received 94% positive reviews from both critics and audiences, who praise the film's narrative, its filmmaking, and how it showcases the primal terror of combat. Warfare is in cinemas now. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I'll be talking about the Blumhouse horror Is it Blumhouse? The horror reboot Wolfman. One of the classic Universal monsters, and The Accountant 2, the sequel to Ben Affleck's 2016 action film where he plays an autistic a hitman accountant. Now back to Gary in the studio.
Thank you very much there, Andrew. It's now time in tonight's programme to go to the Met Office for the Saturday evening weather forecast, and this week we are joined by Craig Snell.
Hello there, welcome to your latest weather update from the Met Office. It's mixed fortunes over the rest of this weekend. For Easter Day itself, it should be fairly fine and dry, but as we move into Monday, we see the return of rain for most of us. But for Saturday into the early hours of Easter Day, we still have some rain actually around for Western Scotland and Northern Ireland. But elsewhere, a fairly quiet night. We'll have some low cloud move in from the North Sea, so quite a murky end to the night for many eastern areas, and potentially some showers just moving in across the very far southeastern corner. So the clearest of the skies will be out towards the west, so here we could just see a touch of frost as we start Easter Day morning. But it's here where we'll see sunshine from the word go. Eastern areas, as I mentioned, quite murky, but that will gradually burn its way back towards the North Sea as the morning goes on, and any showers in the southeast also easing as we head towards lunchtime. It's not quite the case for Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. Here we continue with the cloudy theme and some outbreaks of rain. And come the afternoon, I think the best of the sunshine will be for Eastern Scotland, down into Northern England and also parts of Wales. And in the sunshine, feeling pleasant enough, we could see highs reaching 16 to 18 degrees, but still feeling quite chilly along the North Sea coast with an onshore flow here. So temperatures struggling here around 10 to 12 degrees for some areas. Moving into the evening hours, the low cloud could return back off from the North Sea, and at the same time, further cloud coming in from the west. So overall, by the end of the night, I think most of us seeing cloudy skies. Also outbreaks of rain spreading in as the night goes on. So temperatures certainly nowhere near as low as they will be on Easter Day morning. So Easter Monday morning, maybe just a bit of a frost in the far north, but actually for most of us, I think it'll probably be no lower than around 5 to 7 degrees, maybe even staying in double figures in a few spots. And then Easter Monday itself, really, it's going to be a fairly grey day for most. There will be some breaks in the cloud from time to time, but really we're just watching this area of rain gradually spread its way eastwards across the UK. We may hang on to the sunshine for most of the day across the very far northeast of Scotland, although it will cloud up there later on in the day. But then reversely down towards the very far southwest, it will start to cheer up later on with some sunshine as we end the long bank holiday weekend. Temperatures on Easter Monday still reaching around 16 to 17 degrees in any brightness, but still quite cool along the eastern seaboard of the UK. But you can find out more information about the weather where you are over the weekend on our website or on our app. But for me for now, take care and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much, Craig, for the weekend weather forecast. I'm just looking at our weather summary for the week ahead. Looks like Sunday and Monday wet with sunny spells, and then sunny spells throughout the week. So not too bad once we get over the bank holiday weekend. Typical bank holiday weekend, rain in the forecast. There we go. Right, now turning to what's on. Looking at Weymouth Pavilion first. 20th of April, that's this week. Well, tomorrow actually. Simon and Garfunkel Through the Years. 21st of April, Giovanni, The Last Dance. 22nd of April, Jesus Christ Superstar, The Live Tour. 23rd of April, the film Point Break. And 26th of April, film Dogman. Lots of other things on at the Weymouth Pavilion. That's just a small selection. For full details of shows, concerts, film screenings, pop along to the Weymouth Pavilion website, weymouthpavilion.com, where you can get more information and you can also book tickets. Now looking at the Knowth Fort, running until Bank Holiday Monday, the Easter Wonderland with Easter egg hunts, Wonderland croquet, Ravens riddle competition, Easter bonnet dress up, Spot the White Rabbit trail, and the Hatter's Tea Party games in the family room, and much more. Then 3rd of May to the 11th of May, the Knowth Fort has got its VE Day commemorations. 17th of May, the Cold War bunkers open again, and the 24th of May to the 1st of June, Castles and Dragons. More information on all of those things and more at knowthfort.org.uk. Now, a few talks coming up. I've been mentioning these for a few weeks, but they are all this coming week now. So first of all, Tolpaddle Martyrs, taught by Professor Philip Martin, Thursday, April the 24th, 7:30 at the Dorford Centre in Bridport Road, Dorchester. The talk is on the Tolpaddle Old Chapel, a Grade 2 listed Wesleyan Methodist church, which was actually built by some of the men who went on to become the Tolpaddle Martyrs. The talk is free, but a donation of £5 would be appreciated towards the funds of the organisation. A talk on nursing during the First World War will take place also on April the 24th at 2:30 p.m. at St Oldham's Church Centre, Spa Road in Weymouth. It's organised by the National Trust South Dorset branch. Cost is £5 or £4 for members. The fee includes refreshments and you don't need to book in advance. And then on April the 25th at the Centenary Club in Jubilee Sidings, Weymouth, 6:45 p.m. there's a music evening on with music from Violin Shop, Replay the Cats, Nick Capaldi and Friends. It's supporting local charities. Tickets are £10 and you can call 01305 859 310. That's 01305 859 310 to book tickets. Finally, this weekend, church services in the area at 8 o'clock or 8 a.m. communion service at All Saints Church Wyke, 9:30 communion service All Saints Wyke. Of course, it's Easter Sunday tomorrow, and 11 a.m. St Edmund's Church Lanehouse. Other than that, we have our quiz programme on tonight at 7:30, which is free and community friendly and family friendly, and is open to anyone to join us. The streams will go live about 7:20. Quiz starts promptly at 7:30 and runs for around about an hour if you're not doing anything on a Saturday evening and you want to join us. Other than that, just to say, if you have any news or events or other information to share with us, do drop us an email at news@wykeregis.tv. We would love to hear from you. Just remains for me to say, have a good Easter weekend. Hopefully the weather won't spoil things for you. Hopefully you will have a peaceful time, enjoy some time with family and friends, and do whatever you are looking forward to. It just remains for me to say I'll be back here next Saturday at 6 o'clock, and hope you'll join me then. Good night.